Angela! Do you know what time it is?
Did you say something, Teddy?
It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I have been here over 24 hours. Do you realize that my family is... Katrina is going to be looking for me. They're going to be wondering where I am.
Will they? You're free and over 21. Oh, that's right. You're not free, aren't you? These are the ties that bind, Teddy.
Now, will you unlock these things so I can get out of here?
All you had to do is ask. And you have to say please.
Please.
I can't believe you actually said that.
The key. What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious, Teddy? I'm holding you prisoner. I thought maybe you'd like to see what it's like.
Okay. All right, Angela. This isn't funny anymore, okay? I'm not having a good time.
No, it's not. It's not funny. Of all the things that are good for a laugh, Ted, betrayal isn't one of them. And you betrayed me. So this is payback time.
Do you know when Mozart was 2 years old, someone took him to a farm. He heard a pig squeal. G-sharp, he shouted. Someone ran to the piano. G-sharp it was.
Shouldn't we be going to the courthouse now? Sawyer's arraignment's going to be in less than an hour.
Oh, we have plenty of time.
Yes, but I want to be there when the judge grants his bail.
Aurora, come sit next to me. Come on. Come. You know, there is the possibility that the judge might deny bail. Based on the charges, make it prohibitive.
But they have to let him out. If his parents can't post the bond, then I will, out of my inheritance.
Don't you think Sawyer has something to say about this?
He can't just sit in jail. It's hard enough that he was there one night. It's wrong.
You know, Aurora, it depends on the court's ruling. And whatever the judge decides, the young man will have to abide by it.
Then I'll talk to the judge myself. I'll arrange a hearing in his chambers if I have to, but I am not going to sit by and let an innocent boy rot in jail.
Okay, where are you going?
To the courthouse.
But it's still early.
Time is not the same for me as it is for you. At least not since I met Sawyer. Or have you forgotten how long a minute can last?
No, no. I haven't forgotten.
Agent McCabe.
Well, it's nice to be remembered.
Aurora, who is it?
We weren't introduced out at the station yesterday. Name is Agent Connor McCabe, National Investigation Bureau.
Yes, well,
I know who you are. And we need to talk.
That was quick.
No lines. I got the onion bagels that Sawyer likes. BJ's in the shower again. What's that, about the third one today?
It's not good.
We owe it all to good old Uncle Frank. Thanks to him, our daughter's in there washing her skin raw, trying to get off his filth. And our son's sitting in a jail cell for something he didn't do. And they want us to just sit around and do nothing? I don't think so, Joe.
Well, I tried talking to BJ, but it's a little hard to communicate through a wall of water.
So we just keep trying. In the meantime, I got a little plan that I think might help Sawyer.
Reese, you know what Boz said. You've got to play this one by the rules. If you don't, he's going to bury you.
What's he going to do, huh? Write me a ticket? Slap me on the wrist with a warning?
No, he'll suspend you. And then you won't have access to the investigation.
I don't exactly hear the phone ringing off the hook, do you? New tips, fresh leads? As far as the department and Mr. N.I.B. McCabe are concerned, they've already got their man. I'll get it. From now on, Joe, I've got my own private investigation. There's a new can of worms that the Blues missed. Primed and ready to open.
Your message said it was urgent. What is it?
Well, speak of the devil. Come on in, Warren. Sawyer, did you do it, son? Did you kill him?
Frank's dead, sweetie. You were the last one to see him alive.
I have nothing to hide. I can't get in any trouble just telling the truth. I didn't do it. I didn't do it!
Hear ye, hear ye. The case of the people versus Sawyer Walker will now come to order. Judge Ramona Richardson presiding.
Mr. Walker, the jury has found you guilty of murder in the second degree. Have you anything to say in your defense before the court pronounces sentence?
I'm innocent! I didn't do it! I swear I'm innocent!
Sawyer?
I didn't do it.
I'll spare you the world's most inane question.
No, go ahead, ask. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah? You okay?
Yeah, not too shabby. I'm one of those persons who like to sleep on nails and eat chipped beef on cardboard.
All the comforts of home, huh? Nobody to tell you to keep your shoes off the bed and...
That's right. So what's that?
Well, it's a little survival kit. But don't worry. Cleared it all with Captain Boswell. Here you go. Open it.
Cookies.
Huh? White chocolate with macadamia nut cookies made with very loving hands.
Yours?
No, dummy, the pastry chef at the Oasis. Of course mine. There's more.
Hey, castles and cauldrons. Great.
Well, I already logged in my high score. It's going to be very tough to beat.
Oh, what's this? It's a harmonica.
Mm-hmm. I figured, you know, Paul Newman had one in Cool Hand Luke. It's good enough for him.
You're too much, you know that? Thanks, Lil.
It's no big deal.
No, I mean for not coming down here and staring at me like I'm gonna walk my last mile.
Because you're not. Look, you got the world's best legal beagle, okay? Mason's gonna have you out of here in no time. Right?
Yeah, right. But, look, just in case things don't turn my way, will you do me a favor?
Anything.
Keep an eye on Aurora for me, please. I mean, she's not as strong as you are, and she's gonna need someone to lean on.
I just happen to have two shoulders nobody's using right now. Of course.
I appreciate it.
It's gonna be okay, isn't it? What's the situation?
Well, the situation is, arraignment's in an hour, and I make bail. And then we go to trial. And I'm acquitted. Home free.
And you wouldn't sugarcoat it for a friend?
Now, why would I do that?
Because you're trying to be some kind of hero.
Lily. Yeah, I guess some kind of hero. You think this joint's got a league of its own?
I think you're a league of your own. I want you to keep looking for my face out there, okay?
I'm gonna hit one for you. I'm gonna hit one right out of the park.
Have fun. Now, I'd like you to... Hi. I'd like you to page Lionel Lockridge. Oh, come on. I know his benevolent order of old bones shows up there every third Tuesday of every month. What do you mean he said he wasn't coming? Okay. Well, if he does show up, please tell him to call home. It's a matter of life and death. Mine. Where are you, Lionel? I'm a sick puppy.
Gina, the servants tell me that you're making sounds like a wounded moose. Now, isn't it hard enough to get good help these days?
My ankles are swollen. My head aches, and my stomach feels like it's riding the curl of a wave machine.
Well, they say there's a touch of virus going around.
If this is a touch of virus, it is the Michelangelo of all microbes. Last time I felt this bad was when I was pregnant with Channing.
Dear God.
What's the matter with you?
You have all the classic symptoms of morning sickness. Now, that can only mean one thing. Lionel has knocked you up.
Comfy, Ted?
I don't get it. Why are you doing this?
You betrayed me. And after I've been so good to you.
Well, what did I do? Are you going to keep me guessing all day long?
You tipped the police that I gave the go-ahead for the slaughterhouse demolition. Do you know what that makes you?
I don't know, a hero?
I believe the Romans had a word for it. Ratus
Okay,
Fincus.
well, that depends on your translation, Missy, because if you ask Cruz and Jody, I'm sure they'd call me a lifesaver.
You called the cops on me, Ted.
Oh, well, what am I supposed to do? I acted with the best of intentions.
Oh. Well, we all know how the road to hell is paved.
So, you're just gonna keep me manacled up here till I repent, huh?
Or scream for mercy. Whichever comes first.
Where are you going?
To shower. While I'm at it, why don't you give some thought to your punishment? As long as it fits the crime.
I gotta get a message to Katrina.
Does the prosecution really have a case against Sawyer Walker?
On the record, I'm sure the DA's office has done its homework with his usual vigor and doggedness. Off the record, we're going to whip their collective butts.
Thank you for the quote. If I don't see you at the arraignment, good luck.
Will I see you and Ted at that shindig Dad's throwing tonight?
I'll be there at least.
Oh. What's Ted done now?
Well, he's not around to ask.
Working double shifts and all that overtime in the family salt mines. Get used to it, Katrina. It's the Capwell curse. We breed overachievers the way rabbits breed rabbits.
Hard work is not a sin. Although sometimes I do think Ted pushes himself a little too hard. Do you know anything about this meeting that he went down to L.A. for?
I didn't see anything on the books, but then I've been caught up in police business down at the station. Why?
Angela Cassidy told Cece that Ted had some 11th hour emergency down there, but I haven't heard from him since yesterday.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe he stopped off at one of the family wells and he couldn't get to a phone. You know how excited Ted gets when he's alone on the rigs with just the wildcatters. And God forbid a gusher should come in and maybe hours and days before he phones. But maybe.
I'll get it. Capel residence.
Can I get you a drink or a beer or something?
No, thank you. How's everyone holding up?
We've had better years.
You know that Sawyer's been arrested for Frank's murder.
Of course he knows, honey. I mean, it was in his newspaper. I thought Katrina was very fair, considering.
Oh, well, I'll pass it on. Unfortunately, this story kind of makes me wish I'd have gone into the plumbing business.
You sure you don't need anything at all?
Why did you ask me here?
I'm kind of curious about that myself.
Fair enough. You know, Warren, I've been going over and over this in my head. Exactly what happened that night out on the mesa with Frank, and I think we're all agreed that Sawyer didn't fire that shot.
I'm sure of it in my mind.
Well, you don't have to ask me.
So the circle of suspects tightens a little. I mean, there's me. I know I didn't do it, because if I had, I'd be crowing from the rooftops.
Reese.
And there's you. And I know you didn't do it, because you'd never on God's green earth let Sawyer take the blame for something you did. I'm a little surprised you haven't confessed already.
I don't think I like the direction this is heading.
Where's this heading?
Well, it sounds to me like all the suspects have been eliminated, except for one. I guess that would be me.
Are you admitting you did it?
That's a lie.
BJ, I don't think what your father meant was
I know what I
Warren.
heard, Mother. How could you? You practically came right out and accused Warren of killing Frank.
I didn't mean it the way it came out, sweetie, okay? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this so we can clear your brother.
So you look around and see who else you can pin it on, and there's Warren. How convenient.
I'm a cop, BJ. It's my job to look at the facts.
What facts are those, Dad? The fact that Warren provided me with my only refuge when I was trying to get away from Frank? The fact that he gave me the courage to write about a private hell? To shed light someplace so dark I never thought I'd see the sun come up? Is this the thanks he gets for believing in me? You turn around and point your finger and call him a murderer?
BJ. Now hold on a minute. I appreciate the endorsement, but I'm not sure I'm all the things that you say I am. There's one thing that's very clear to me, though, and that is your father's heart is in the right place. It's with his family. He's trying to be protective.
Well, he can't do it at your expense.
The stakes are very high right now. Your brother, their son, is sitting in jail right now, and we all know that he's innocent. So you can't really blame your father for wanting to ask me to say what I know. In fact, if he hadn't called, I probably would have come forward.
What are you saying, Warren? Are you saying my father's right? Did you kill Frank?
Ted, is that you? About time you called, babe. Where are you? I hear water running.
Yeah, you know, I'm at the, in Los Angeles at the, I've been here, you know, for a long time. I'm at the Triplex building, you know, and, yeah, the water, they have this waterfall in the lobby. They just put it in. It looks portable or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of noisy. I can hardly hear you.
Well, I've been worried about you. You just disappeared. How are the meetings? When are you coming home?
Oh, that's a good question. See, actually, I think I'm going to be tied up for the rest of the day.
Your father's having a party tonight.
He is. I really don't think I'm going to be able to get loose today.
God, you are difficult. All right, why don't I drive down and meet you for a late supper? That way, at least we can spend the night together.
Yeah, I would love that. But I really don't think I'm going to be able to get out of what I'm in anytime soon, because I'm really busy, Katrina. Look, as soon as I get home, I'll call you. I promise, baby. Okay?
When will that be?
All right. Well, just as soon as I get home. Okay? Bye.
Bye.
Oh, how very sweet. Ted's in a jam. He goes running to his little Fraulein.
Oh, she's not my little Fraulein.
Call her anything you like, then. The good girl. The girl next door. The one you go running to get a kiss and make it better. Is she gonna come save you from the big bad mama?
You just don't understand. I would not do that to her. She's very trusting. Very trusting. Not like you.
No. If she was like me, you wouldn't come sneaking through my back door to get what you can't have at home. But then I'm just good for the odd craving, the occasional midnight snack, not as a steady diet, right, Ted?
I have never lied to you about my relationship with Katrina. She is the one that I love, the only one. You got that?
I don't believe I ever asked for your undying devotion, did I?
You know, I overheard Warren talking to you. He said that you always want what you can't have, and that led me to think that, you know, maybe that's why you're so attracted to me. Now think about it. That is why you're so attracted to me, because I am completely unattainable to you.
Well, if this is the home version of playing hard to get, I guess charades are a thing of the past.
I've struck a nerve. I've struck a nerve. If Katrina were out of the picture, I'd be yesterday's news.
Tell me something, Ted. Do you want me to leave you alone?
Well, there is nothing that I would like more.
And your wish is my command.
Good. So what's the catch?
Well, I just want to do the right thing. I mean, that is your be-all and end-all, isn't it? You get a merit badge for turning me into the police, another one for sticking by Katrina, high priestess of purity and goodness. But then you're no Boy Scout yourself, are you, Ted?
Well, never said I was perfect.
Give the man another badge for modesty.
No. But just give me a little bit of credit for knowing what I want. Katrina is the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I don't want to do anything that's going to threaten that, okay?
I don't think you know what you want, Ted. Maybe you should go on a retreat and figure it out.
So you're just going to leave me here like this? What? Come on.
Just long enough for you to come to your senses and understand what you really have. I think you should keep in mind, though, you need someone who can fully appreciate your range of needs and talents. Go ahead. Reach out and touch someone.
Reach out and touch.
He's not at the Oasis either.
Well, out with it.
Oh, please don't use that expression.
Are you pregnant, or have you used this to rope my son into marrying you?
I didn't rope Lionel into marrying me, and no, I'm not pregnant.
Well, how do you know?
I just know.
Have you seen a doctor?
What for? So I can pay $75 for him to tell me the rabbit's gonna live to see another Easter?
What if you're mistaken? Oh, I know. You could buy one of those home pregnancy thingamajiggies, you know?
I don't need some little blue stick not to turn blue to tell me what I already know.
That's what Minna Davies thought.
Who is Minna Davies?
A friend of mine who mistakenly believed that she was suffering from indigestion. 9 months and $300 worth of antacids later, she gave birth to a baby boy.
Don't tell me. I suppose she called him Speedy.
Gina, while you're laughing, humor me. Go see my psychic. She'll know if you're in a family way.
I am not gonna see your psychic. I am not pregnant, okay? Unless it's by immaculate conception. Oh.
Are you trying to tell me that you and Lionel have not consummated your marriage?
I'm not trying to tell you anything, but you practically had the stork dropping a little bundle down the chimney. Come here a minute. Birds do it, bees do it. Lionel and me, we don't do it.
Mom?
Well, I understand that Sawyer's made quite a reputation for himself with the gloves.
He's a boxer, yes. He was trying out for the Olympics.
So it's a violent hobby. Or is it more than that?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're getting at.
Well, I just mean, is he the sort of kid who settles everything with his fist?
Sawyer is not like that. To Sawyer, boxing is an art. It's a discipline. It's not a blood sport.
I see. So when he sent Rafe Castillo sprawling flat on his back at a spring dance during a brawl, that was merely artful? When he broke into this house and threatened your grandmother, that was an act of discipline?
There were extenuating circumstances both times.
Is that right? Well, maybe Sawyer Walker just has a history of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I know what you're implying, and you're wrong.
Well, of course you would say that. You're in love with him.
Agent McCabe, I think this has gone far enough. My daughter's told you everything she knows.
But if it's an unbiased opinion that you want, ask my father. Because he can tell you that Sawyer's incapable of hurting anybody.
All right. Doctor, if you have no objections.
Why should I?
That's what I came to find out.
No, I did not kill Frank. I could tap dance on his grave for what he did to you, but I couldn't do it to your brother. If I had killed Frank, I wouldn't let him sit in there like that. I wouldn't do it to you or your family.
Warren, I'm sorry. Doesn't even begin to cover it.
Reese, if I was in your shoes, I would probably do the same thing, or worse.
Well, justice is blind, but I'm not. I needed you to be guilty. I needed a sacrifice to save my son. Anybody could see you'd never betray Sawyer.
Or any of you. Everybody wants Sawyer cleared that's standing in this room right now, but the fact is there's somebody walking around free out there while Sawyer's in jail.
Hello? Yes, Mason. We'll be right there. It's time.
Now, from what I know of Sawyer, I think he'd be quite loyal. I think he'd do anything to protect my daughter from any kind of harm.
Do you think that he would do anything to protect his sister as well?
You mean, do I think he'd commit murder?
Father!
No, it's okay. I have no intention of replying to a question that only Sawyer can answer.
Which in itself is quite revealing.
Well, do me a favor. Would you go upstairs to my bedroom? On the bedside table are my glasses. I'm going to need them to drive to the courthouse. Would you? Thanks. Agent McCabe, I would appreciate in the future that you refrain from putting words in my mouth that might upset my daughter.
All right. You say the words. Do you think Sawyer Walker killed Frank Goodman?
I don't know Sawyer well enough to furnish you with a character reference, but from those who do know Sawyer and those who are closest to him, insist that he's not capable of such an act. What they're not clear about are his chances of being exonerated with this judicial system.
Well, if he's innocent, he has nothing to fear.
No, that's not true. I, too, was accused of something. It took 12 years of self-imposed exile to clear my name.
But you did clear your name, eventually, without having to go through the messy details of due process. Maybe that's what gave Jody and Reese the idea.
What idea?
Well, you know, to skipping Sawyer out of town.
Is that what she told you?
Well, I hear all kinds of things in my line of work. I just found it interesting that she'd even consider the possibility. Being a police officer sworn to uphold the law.
Well, in light of her profession, when she told me, I took it as a sign of her unflagging belief in her son's innocence.
Well, there you go. I see the glass half empty, and you see the glass half full.
I couldn't find your glasses anywhere.
Well, they're right where you left them, Doctor.
You see, I'm useless without them.
Oh, on the contrary. You've been most helpful. Most helpful indeed.
Okay, who can I call not to read me the riot act? Or laugh at me hysterically? I know.
Hello, Pasquale's Pizza Place? Yes, I'm looking for my husband. Medium crust, a lot of sauce, pepperoni, lox, and cream cheese. Not since last week. Thanks. He's not there.
I just don't get it.
Oh, I never heard of a kosher pizza either.
No, I'm talking about you and Lionel. What gives with the two of you?
Apparently not much. The point is, who's holding out on whom?
Nobody's holding out on anybody. Our marriage has always been strictly a business arrangement. I told you that from the start. Besides, it's none of your beeswax.
It is if my son's being taken for a ride and doesn't even have a chance to honk the horn.
When was the last time you got a tune-up?
Gina, I may be up on blocks, but the chassis is still sassy.
Minx, would you excuse us for a minute? There's something I want to discuss with my mother in private.
Here, Minx. Make yourself useful. Fill this up, would you?
Mom?
What?
Are you sick or are you just plain crazy?
Don't be mean to me. I ache all over.
For the love of a good man, no doubt. I mean, you don't really expect your marriage to have any success without the, well, you know, without the confines of the profit-loss index.
Well, sure I do. Plenty of marriages have been built on financial empires. I mean, look at Claire Booth and Henry Luce. Or Leona and Mr. Helmsley.
Right, and she's doing hard time. Well, let us not forget about Donald and Ivana. Talk about your fairy tale romance.
I don't want a fairy tale romance. I want stock options. I want high bank balances. I want black ink.
Right, I guess that's why you're going crazy, calling all over town looking for the man whose only fascination is his bank balance.
Lionel? Oh. It's for you. But don't be long. I need to keep the line free. I might have to call the pharmacy and get a prescription.
Right. Hello.
Lily? I need you.
Wow. Katrina probably won't take kindly to that.
No. I need you to go and find Mason for me, okay? Can you do that for me, please?
Yeah, no problem. I know he's down at the courthouse for Sawyer's arraignment. I'm heading down there now.
No, wait. He's not gonna, he's getting down to the courthouse. Okay, look, Lily. I really need you to do something for me, really, please.
Ted, are you in some kind of trouble?
Well, that would be the understatement of the day. Just take down get a pencil and write this address down. Just hurry up.
The defendant is the lone suspect in this case. The victim was shot down in cold blood. I recommend that bail be denied.
Thank you, Counselor. Mr. Capwell, your recommendation?
Your Honor, I respectfully request that young Sawyer Walker be released on his own recognizance, and barring that he be remanded to his parents' custody. My client has no criminal record, no history of misconduct or mischief. He is an honor student on varsity scholarship. He is an active participant in a great number of campus and community service organizations. It is only through the rather overworked imagination of my learned opponent that Mr. Walker is here at all. To insist upon his continued incarceration would be adding insult to injury. In the words of the renowned barrister George Herbert, justice should be done, but it should manifestly and undoubtedly be seen to be done. Your Honor, I leave it up to you to see that justice is done here this afternoon, and freedom is granted to my client.
I understand you gave up your day job to be with us today, Mr. Capwell.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Before I render my decision as to the question...
Your Honor, may I approach the bench, please?
I'd like to confer with both counsel in my chambers. Court is temporarily adjourned.
Your Honor, I would like...
Now, Mr. Capwell.
Now what?
I don't know.
Maybe some new evidence, maybe something that might help Sawyer.
Somehow I doubt that.
Honey, go talk to him.
Son, how you holding up?
Good. Mason really knows his way around the words, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, he left a few out. We came, we saw, we kicked butt. You hold on to that.
I will, Pop. You do the same.
I will.
So how is he?
He tried to fake me out. He's scared to death.
That makes all of us. Did you really believe Warren when he said he's innocent?
I wish I didn't. There, for the grace of God, goes our son's alibi.
I talked to the layout people. They're holding the front page.
Fine.
What do you think's going on in there?
Oh, I don't know. I'd say the DA's probably just missing a little evidence and buying a little time to save his butt.
Think that's all it is?
Sure of it.
This court will now reconvene. All rise.
Be seated. Please rise, Mr. Walker. It has been brought to my attention that prior to your arrest, your parents conspired to make you a fugitive from this court. In light of this information, I have no choice but to deny bail outright. You will be held in custody until a trial date is set. Court dismissed.
Hello. Big Al's Lubin Tube? Hi, I'm looking for my husband, Lionel Lockridge. A 92 Jeep Cherokee, 4 on the floor, and a license plate that says Dig Me. He's an Never mind.
Where do you think you're going in your condition?
I'm going to find Lionel, my hour of need.
Oh, your hour of need. That's a hot one. What about Lionel's needs?
Oh, Lionel doesn't have any needs. I'm the one who's dying.
Nonsense. All you need is bed rest. Although I would have thought you'd had plenty of that. Rest, I mean. Talk about your safe sex.
Enough of the thinly veiled references to my sex life with Lionel, or lack thereof. What's your point?
The point is, Gina dear, why should Lionel hang around here merely content to hold your hand when he could have his arms full someplace else?
Because he's my husband.
I'm talking about sex, Gina, remember? S-E-X.
What are you suggesting? That while I'm here in my deathbed, Lionel's out with some bimbo yucking it up?
Well, after all, it is a possibility. He's a man, isn't he? And men have sex on the brain. Personally, I always found the pleasure momentary, the position ridiculous, and the expense damnable. But then what does it matter? My son is a very wealthy man.
Oh, my God.
This isn't a court of law, this is a crock!
Detective Walker, I suggest you restrain yourself in my courtroom or I'll find you in contempt.
Contempt? You want to see contempt?
Do this, you'll wind up in a cell with your son.
That's fine. You lock me away. Just leave him out of this. He didn't do anything.
I'm sorry, Detective Walker, but my decision is final. Please return the prisoner to holding.
Daddy, please do something.
I'm sorry, Sawyer.
It's not your fault.
I'll petition for early court date.
Thanks.
So you remember, it ain't over till it's over.
That's what they say.
What's in this for you anyway?
Just the satisfaction of a job well done. He's going to be all right. I promise you.
Why? Why did you do this?
I'm sorry.
You should be. You sold my son out. And you sent him to jail. Now I have something for you.